Hello and welcome to this another session of thought sharing. As usual, these are just some ideas and beginnings to kindle, glow, and grow your thinking around the subjects of importance and hopefully of mutual interest. Today, we shall discuss a subject as structured as amorphous architecture, especially the software architecture. There are a few terms in our daily lives that we see are quite interesting to define, and there are as many definitions as our opinions. For example, beauty, love, and in our corporate lives, strategy, quality, etc. There are probably as many definitions as words in a dictionary. In the same ballpark is a concept called software architecture. Talking about definition, IEEE even has a definition for it. And the definition goes like architecture is a fundamental organization of a system embodied in its components, their relationships to each other and to the environment, and the principles guiding its design and evolution. It does mention a few things around fundamental organizations, the components that make up the system and how they relate to each other, as well as the principles. So, all those things that are as important as any, but the definition leaves a few things to our imagination. I guess while looking at the definition of software architecture, I should point out an interesting contrast. When you say the word architecture, what picture emerges in front of your eyes? A Taj Mahal, a Sydney Opera House, a Guggenheim Museum in New York? The common theme amongst all of them is you start thinking about what does it look like? What's the facade? What's the shape? What's the color? Not as much about what's the plumbing or what are the load bearing walls or how apart are the structural pillars. But in case of software architecture, we are mostly not concerned about the look and feel, but the internal structure and internal working of the thing. But having looked at the definition, essentially we come to a conclusion that we essentially should be talking about building blocks. So, what does an architecture do? It does identify the building blocks and therefore their relationships amongst themselves as well as relationships to the outside. So what are the important blocks do we need? What role each block is going to play and what roles they are combined going to play together? Why each of them is needed? How to connect them to each other? For example, let's say there is a data storage block in my system. So how the data is stored, how it is accessed, etc., etc. Should it be in a database? Should it be in a file system? And things around it. And if there's a data storage block, then how is it accessed by, say, a user component or an API? So what other methods are provided? So that's the connection part. So again, we will be talking about building blocks whenever we talk about architecture. Another way to kind of think about architecture is it's kind of a map or a blueprint of the whole system. Just the way a map gives you a lay of the land, an architecture gives you a lay of the land of the whole system. It provides you an overview, like a blueprint. It again goes and tells you what components are needed, how do you assemble them together. Key design principles underlying the software artifacts, those are highlighted in the architecture because such organization also not only highlights the artifacts but it also underscores the design principles about the artifacts and their interactions. It gives you the guideposts as the system evolves. Architecture is also design abstracted to another level. Design details the requirements and therefore it also tells you how to meet those requirements, what rules are implemented, how the rules are enforced. Architecture doesn't get into those details but abstracts itself to a much higher level. So, is architecture a design? Yes and no. Just as I said, architecture is a higher level of abstraction. So all architectures are design, but not all designs are architectures. But that's just one way to differentiate. I feel it is also quite important to look at what design defines versus what architecture is expected to elaborate upon. While the design of software system concentrates on satisfying the functional requirements for a system, the software architecture of the system concentrates on the non-functional, for example, quality requirements of the system. Let's take an example. A design of an order entry system focuses on what data elements are needed and how those are stored, how they are displayed, validated, etc., etc. Architecture goes much beyond and also talks about The guidelines around the non-functional characteristics, such as how the data is secured or what performance characteristics are needed or how integrations are enabled and things like that. So though there may not be a perfect dividing line between the two, there is no clear separation between the two. There are definitely these two things seem to be coming to the system from different sides of thought process. Another way of looking at architecture is establishing the decision making and the critical decisions. Critical decisions are those that are hard to change. That is the cost of change. For changing those is the cost is huge. And so these are the architectural decisions. A set of such significant decisions is architecture. For example, such decisions are: do I want to have a tier architecture, a database, an application server, and a thin browser based client? Once you are settled on it, then changing it to two tier is going to be a big pain in the neck. Or something like a choice of technology, say programming language. You got started with Java, now changing over to Python is not going to be easy. Or a deployment platform. Choice of authentication, choice of authorization is also so core in almost all the systems. The choice of design approaches and the patterns, XYZ pattern versus something else, which also, by the way, determines scalability, availability, etc., etc. So these are core fundamental architectural decisions and therefore constitute to an architecture. So now this is, if this is what the architecture is, should we even do it? Why should we do it? And I think we should because it serves multiple purposes. And architecture purpose is so multifaceted. And let me just mention a few of those. It can provide the structure with which we can communicate with each other amongst the teams and across the teams. Different levels in the corporation, we can use the same architecture to communicate it effectively. It actually provides a stimulus to ask critical questions. As I said, if we are talking about performance in an architecture or a security, people can sit there and ask very deep, penetrating, valid, fundamental questions around it when they look at architecture diagram. It provides a framework for identifying and therefore mitigating the risks. Obviously, when you're looking at the blocks and how they interplay, we can immediately start to see the connections or the looseness or the rigidity of that and therefore the risk arising out of them. It also provides the consistency in approach. What we are seeing in one side of the system can be so cleanly seen that it becomes almost imperative to replicate in the other part of the system, kind of making it very standard across it. It also provides a clear vision about where we are going, because as I said right at the beginning, it kind of is a roadmap. It start to act as a GPS. It provides the technical leadership and therefore better coordination. After all, part of leadership is coordination. It actually becomes a container to accommodate future and unforeseen requirements. Once we have established a firm base, a foundation, there could be just a few things that we could be thinking today, and future is obviously holding few other things that we may not have seen. So what people start to call it as future proofing. If we are having a good enough an architecture, we essentially are going to make the system somewhat future proof. And when I started mentioning a good architecture, the question is going to come up: what is a good architecture? For now, I will stop at saying I'll know one when I see one. Thanks again for your attention, and hopefully, this provided some food for your thoughts. If you have any questions, comments, please feel free to add those in the comment sections below, and I shall make every attempt to respond. Till next time, goodbye and take care.